Good morning, class. What we are going to discuss today, it is the topic related to corporate tax. Basic concept of corporate tax planning. This is CMA Lieutenant Nancy Gupta in front of you. I'm going to start the presentation with the introduction of corporate tax. The corporation tax in India is also known as corporate tax. It is a direct tax that is levied on total profit of income that corporate endeavors make through their businesses. This tax has a specific rate which is imposed according to Income Tax Act 1961. If I'll talk about the introduction, the corporate tax planning plays an essential role in supporting a company's value-adding activities and a strategic decision. It helps business to ease tax burden and operate more smoothly and efficiently. The basic objective of corporate tax planning involve the reductions of companies' effective tax. Effective tax, that is ETR, to achieve tax efficiency and remain competitive in its industry in comparison to paying a tremendous amount of corporate tax annually. Effective corporate tax planning is better alternative for companies. Corporate entities that are responsible for paying corporate tax in India. It can be both public and private entities that are registered under Companies Act 1956, incorporated corporation in India, corporate that has earned the status of Indian residents for the payment of taxes. Foreign companies that have established permanently themselves in India. In the continuation, it means reducing tax liability on a registered company is a corporate tax planning. The common ways to do this include taking deductions on business transport, health insurance of employees, office expenses, retirement planning, child care, charitable contribution, and many more. A corporation tax now, it is a tax, is that tax which is payable by companies at a prescribed flat rates on their total income, however small the total income may be. However, there are different rates for different types of companies and different types of income. The union government has exclusive power to make laws relating to corporation tax. If I'll talk about the rates, in case of a domestic corporation, there are 25% corporate tax. If income exceed 1 crore and less than 10 crore, then there will be a surcharge of 7%. If this income exceed more than 10 crore, then the surcharge rate will vary from 7 to 12%. In case of a domestic corporation with turnover rupees 250, more than 250 crore, then the rate or corporate tax is 30%, and 7% and 12% is the same surcharge rate. If I'll talk about the foreign companies, the basic tax rate on corporate tax is 40%, and net income that is greater than 1 crore and less than 1 crore, the charge will be 2%, and more than 10 crore, then it will be a 5%. Next is, according to 366(6) of the Constitution of India, corporate tax means any tax of income so far as that tax is payable by companies and is a tax in the case of which the following conditions are fulfilled. That is not chargeable in respect of agriculture income. That no deduction in respect of tax paid by companies is by enactment which may apply to the tax authorized to be made from dividend payable by companies to individuals. Next is that no provision exists for taking the tax so paid into account in individual receiving income tax payable by or such refundable to such individual. In other words, and in short, the income tax paid by a company on its income is known as corporation tax. The tax paid by a company on its income is not treated as tax paid on behalf of its shareholder. The shareholder are liable to pay tax on dividend received or due from a company in their individual capacity. until and unless it is exempt from any provision of the Act. If I'll talk about the objective of this tax planning, it is to stabilize the economy of the country, shield against high taxation, as we are incorporating minimum tax planning. We are doing a tax planning, inequity in tax burden, maximum deduction allowed to business person, minimal to others, avoid to litigation, that is legal formalities, avoid to tax evasion, club deductions, reduction in tax liability, to leverage productivity and financial growth, reduction in cost, etc. Before moving methods of corporate tax planning, I would like to incorporate types of corporate entities. A corporation or corporate entity is considered as an artificial person that is legally considered of having certain business duties and rights, so that by law it has some independent legal identity which is separate from its shareholder. In India, the corporate are divided into two categories, that is foreign corporation and domestic corporation. Foreign corporation, it is a foreign corporation that operates outside the India. Domestic, an organization that is established in India and is registered in Indian Companies Act 2013, known as domestic corporation. So, method of corporation tax planning is short-term, long-term, permissive, and purposive. If I'll talk about short-term, then it is a executed, which is investor resort to its planning on the heels at the end of fiscal year. For instance, if at the end of the financial year, excess find that their taxes are high compared to previous year, they want to reduce it, the SSC may be able to do that. Short range planning does not involve long-term commitments, while it still can promote substantial tax saving. In case of a long range tax plan, once chalked out, such an arrangement may not provide immediate tax relief benefit. This is an important one. A short range plan but can prove to be beneficial in long run. Period exceeding 1 year is covered under long-term tax planning. Permissive, it is, the term suggests, means planning investment under various provision of tax laws, like Section 80C of Income Tax Act 1961 provide some limit an amount invested in this act, in this section. So 1,50,000 is the limit of ATC. Purposive tax planning, it is related to specific purpose. Maximum benefit from your investment will be covered here. It involves the accurate selection of investment instruments, creating a suitable agenda to replace assets, and diversification of income and business assets based on your residential status. Before saying thank you to all, I would like to tell you something about the calculation. There are many expenses that companies get for selling its goods, which are as follows: total cost of goods sold, less depreciation, expenditure of selling, the expenses that incurs for administration, any income includes net profit that is earned from its business, capital gain, rental income, and income from various other sources like dividend income, interest income, etc. So the formula will be net revenue is equals to gross revenue minus depreciation plus expenses. Fine. with this, I would say thank you to you all.